Willem Drew's going to play 50th game this week. You can ask him whatever you need to.
Seems to have taken a while, Willem, but maybe you got all the bad luck out of the way early and now it's on a big roll.
Yeah, it definitely has taken its time into my 6th year, and I suppose looking back early on, I was probably questioning if I was ever going to play a game at all, let alone 50. So, yeah, it's something I'm definitely proud of, and hopefully there's plenty more to come. And
you found your feet as well? You know your role? You happy with what you're doing in that midfield?
Yeah, I found my role in the midfield, and playing alongside some great players in there in Wall and Boki, and learning a lot. So, no, it's a really great place, and I'm learning heaps.
Is it going to be shut down all the time, or what do you think progresses in time with you as a midfielder?
Yeah, I think it changes week to week, and I suppose something I'm working on is trying to have a bit more impact on the game offensively, and I feel like I'm getting better at that, and yeah, in the future I'm going to look to improve that, and yeah, that's probably the main part.
What does that look like having more of an impact offensively?
Well, for me, it's probably depends if I get a role or not on another opposition player, and being able to use my strengths and my running ability to sort of get on the outside or use my inside ability as well. So,
who's been your toughest matchup so far?
I think like Bont and Patrick Cripps and people like that, and I suppose when you're playing on them, you learn a lot as well from their game, and they're obviously superstar players, and you take little things from them and you try and implement in your own game. So that's definitely a benefit of playing on those players.
What's tough about it?
Oh, just how strong they are, how big they are, and it's always a great challenge to go up against them, and yeah, just how big and strong and how good they are.
You're not small. Do you feel small against blokes like that?
No, my height's probably there, and probably another thing for me is probably putting on a little bit more size and that strength. But yeah, that's probably just all a part of it.
I know it was a loss, but what do you take out of a game like against Freo? You had so much.
It was, yeah. We definitely started the game we wanted, and then we finished the way we wanted to play. But when you sort of give up that lead in the second and third quarter, and they were able to sort of take the game away from us, you've got to do a lot of things right to be able to win the game. And we gave it a massive effort, and I suppose we are proud of that. But ultimately, we did lose, and it came from that second and third quarter where we gave up too many points.
Those little lapses, are they controllable? I mean, it's not taking away what Freo did, but is it something that you can put a finger on?
Well, obviously Freo are a great side, and they're in the top 4, so they're a great outfit. And for us, it was probably a bit of momentum swings, and we tried to have a look at that in the review, and it's something that we're going to continue to work on, and to stop those lapses to make sure we're in the game for longer.
You still had your chances late. I think you're 2 and 5 now in games that are 12 points or under this year. Why do you think that you have that record this year compared to the last couple of years where you've been able to really win those close ones?
Yeah, we definitely had our chances. So I think Robbie and Toddy, who probably are both of our best kicks, had opportunities and would give them the ball every time. So that happens sometimes in footy, and some things you can't control, and that might be a little bit of why that record is. I think going back to last year, we won most of those close games, but this year it's sort of we're on the other end of it. So finding ways to claw back that lead, and just need little things to go our way to get the win.
If you miss out in the finals, are they going to be the ones you look back on and think they're the ones that got away? Those real narrow ones. You obviously had the Brisbane one, the Crows one, Carlton, this one now on the weekend.
Yeah, you're right. There has been a few, but we'll look at it as a whole season and not just pinpoint certain games here and there. But yeah, we haven't done ourselves any favours with the way we started the season. So we've been building, and yeah, we're going to fight. So that's the main one.
And how are you guys preparing ahead of like this must-win game this weekend?
Yeah, coming up against the Giants, obviously a super talented team, and all we can focus on is trying to win and win our remaining games. So we know they're a great unit and a great outfit, so it's going to be another great challenge, and one we're really looking forward to.
And Robbie Gray and Ollie Wines look like they were on light work today. How important are those boys to securing that?
Yeah, they are super important. Obviously, Robbie's been a really, really good player for a long time, and so was Ollie. So they're both really important to the team, and yeah, I think they're just managing some niggles that happens in footy, and yeah, we expect them to get through.
And Scotty Lycett as well, he was training with the seconds out there today. Would you rather him come straight back into the team, or do you think he needs a week in the sample?
Oh yeah, personally that's not my sort of decision to make, and leave it up to the coaches, but yeah, it's just great to see Scott back out there training, and obviously I think he's available this week for selection, so whatever happens will happen, but it's good to see him back out there and playing in whatever league.
Yeah,
If
and
it
just-
stays a makeshift ruck unit, Dixon Finlayson, how much more work do you sense as midfielders you need to do to make sure those 10-minute lapses don't happen again?
Yeah, first of all, everyone's sort of been really happy with the way Charlie and Jez have been able to come into the ruck and compete, and that's all we asked for them. So for us as midfielders, we think they've been brilliant. Their work around the ground and they're competing hard. So we're happy with whatever decision the coaches make, and we'll leave that up to the coaches.
And Charlie this week, is he a bit sore? He was enormous in that last quarter.
He had some massive moments, and he trained today, and he's another really important player to us. So whenever he's up and firing, it makes us a better team.
Can you describe what it's like for you as like a slightly more defensive midfielder most weeks when you have an opponent like Sean Darcy able to get his hand on the footy so much? Like, what runs through your head at every stoppage that wouldn't otherwise run through it if it was two ruckmen going head to head? Yeah,
to be honest, not a whole lot changes. We've got full confidence in Charlie if he's in there, or Jez if he's in there, to be able to compete and to bring it into the areas that we want. So we're focusing on that. We're backing them in to do their job, and then as if anyone else was in the ruck, we'd have our position set up to stop their hit and have our things around the stoppage to be able to prevent that.
So like set-up wise, when you're standing next to Andy Brayshaw, for example, and 50 to 15 or whatever the hit-outs were on the weekend, you have a pretty fair idea that it's going to be a Sean Darcy hand on it. Like, what are you planning for personally?
Yeah, it comes back to our stoppage sort of structure, and we've got our roles, and that doesn't change week to week. So if we're confident in each of the midfielders playing their role and confident in the ruck, whoever's in there, to play their role, then we're happy with that.
Goal kicking in general has been a bit of an issue for the club all year. I think particularly late in games, you might rank last, I think, in the competition in last quarter goal kicking. What would you think that is?
Oh, that's probably another question that I probably can't answer personally. It probably comes back down to people's routine and making sure they're doing that, which I'm sure they are. So it comes down to us making sure we're practicing our routines and practicing our goal kicking, and that's something that we're doing. So again, sometimes that just happens in footy as well.
And scoring in general obviously wasn't an issue for you late on the weekend, but it's also been an issue this year, particularly late in games. Is there a reason behind that, do you think?
No real reason in particular that we can sort of put the finger on or anything like that. It's probably just one of those things where the opponents are probably defending well, and when we're trying to score and we're trying to do these things, so we're working on it, and we'll continue to improve.
You're obviously missing a fair bit of personnel up forward. How much do you think that plays in your potency?
Yeah, I suppose that does play into it a little bit. I think this week we'll have another couple of people coming back in, so that would be good for the team, and hopefully we can continue on that scoring.
What's the latest with
Raz, so he hurt his quad last week, so I'm not too sure on the exact extent of the injury or how long, but he just hurt his quad in training, and I think he'd be out for a little while, but I'm not exactly too sure on the length or the extent of it.
And Georgiades hurt his leg during training early and didn't come back. Is he a chance to play this weekend?
At this stage, for all I know, he's a chance to play. I'm not too sure on exactly what he's done or anything like that, so we'll just have to wait and see, and we've got captain's run coming up, so I'm sure we'll give everyone the best chance to get up and play.
That looked 100% today?
Yeah, he did. He, I suppose last week he was a big chance to play as well, but they gave him another week to get ready, and he trained really well, and he's another one of those players who provides a lot for us in offence and defence, and great asset to the team.
Who do you normally get from the Giants?
I've never really had that sort of defensive role against the Giants, so we'll wait and see on what Monty and Luke, the mids coach, and Kenny want to do. But whatever happens, that's fine.